Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over another medium level question in the premium category in the database category that I just solved on my own. So I'm really happy about this, and I'm super glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance. So let me show you how I did it. This question is called biggest window between visits number 1709. Basically, for each user ID, you want to find the biggest gap. So for example, this and this, and then obviously today also has to be considered. So if you find the biggest for each one, you go ahead and record the biggest day value, and it can show you the examples here. So basically, let's first record today, which it says right here. So is pd.toDateTime, I think, of 2021-01-1. Cool. So now let's create a default dict of type list, because we're going to get all the dates for each user ID as the key. The user ID is going to be the key, and the dates are going to be the value list. So user visits user ID. So d of u, first of all, we have to append the date today because that has to be taken into account, and then we can append the current visit date of I, and then obviously we have to sort it so we get the biggest difference, because the gaps, we're going to compare each pair. So let's loop through this dictionary and you can see. So we're just going to compare each pair and see the biggest gap we get. So let's call this now just for readability, and loop from 1 to the end, compare the current to the previous, the current to the previous. And let's call this difference is going to be now j minus now j minus 1. So these are date times, so that's going to be fine. Cool. So now you can see we're only interested in the days part, which it says right here. So let's go ahead and make this a string, and then split it by any space, and then also get the 0th one. And then we want this to be an integer, so let's just call this b, whatever you want to call it. And we want to append integer difference because we want to get all the differences, and then we want to sort the differences to get the biggest one at the very right, at the very end of the array. Okay, so let's print k and b. So that's how I did it. And now you can see that the biggest one is on the right hand side because we sorted all the differences, all the days that were differences, and then let's go ahead and just gather the results. So for each user ID, b-1 is going to hold the biggest one. And then let's go ahead and just gather the two columns, loop through answer, append the user ID, and then append the biggest difference in days, and then create an empty data frame, set the user ID column equal to 1, and the biggest window column equal to 2, and then just return that result, right? So let's run this and submit it. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm super glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance and solve it completely on my own. So pretty good runtime and memory as well. So that's going to be it for this video, and thank you for watching.